Hello, welcome back to HWLRADIO.com. You're here with your main man, Hollywood. And today we're going to be talking about the Canelo Alvarez versus Dimitri Bivol. I didn't get to do a pre-show, but I could show you a screenshot of my bets. I bet from the fourth round down that Bivol would knock Canelo out. Now, Canelo surprised me here, and I seen this message here on Twitter that was like, man, the juice must have kicked in. Canelo been knocked out. So I was like, man, it just, it raised some antennas up, because I did see Canelo about 2 or 3 times where he was kind of knocked out. And I'm like, man, either this nigga got the chin of Mexico, like he got the best Mexican chin you could have, because he took some light heavyweight blows from a hard puncher at light heavyweight. So, I mean, what are they going to do to him down there besides Gervonta Tank Davis? If Tank Davis can't knock him out, nobody can knock him out. But Canelo, a lot of people forgetting this simple fact. Canelo's still every champion that he was after this fight. He was just going after Bivol's belt. But as you can see, like they said, Bivol, and another thing on Bivol's side, because I ain't going to just put it all, that's why I ain't saying that it's the juice or something. But what I did notice is that Bivol, he ain't a shark. Like, there was blood in the water and he didn't jump in on it. So he's going to be technical, smecnical all the way down. That's why I knew Canelo was going to have problems with him. Only thing I was worried about on my bets, not for him, like I wasn't worried, because I'm not about to stress over no other nigga's fight. But I was like, I wondered, because I ain't never seen nobody go to Bivol's body. Bivol normally, he's a range fighter. He stays outside and keeps you at a distance with the jab. And what I noticed when I watched Bivol is, and this is why I bet with him, I should have bet decision because I was going on rounds. So that's the only thing I'm mad about. But Bivol, he kept Canelo outside the whole dang on fight. And when Canelo would get in, he normally was trying to knock Bivol out instead of go to the body. But we see that the headshots, they did affect Bivol too. That's why he started staying on his bicycle. But I knew this when I was betting, because Bivol is just, like, his style was the style that Canelo has problems with. And he's moving up. But not only is he moving, like, I feel like if Canelo moved up and fought anybody else besides the technical, smecnical kind, he would have won by knockout. Because Bivol even said after the fight, man, dude hits hard than a mug. And did you see Bivol's arm? It's bruised all up. I don't know. Like Charlo, Benavidez, I don't know. Because they power, it's all a power thing. If Canelo could take their punch, which we see, he could take light heavyweight punches, then it's going to be over for him, because them guys are brawl fighters. Anybody that gets into a brawl with Canelo is going to knock you out. And that's why he baits everybody in for it. Bivol didn't fall for it. That's why Canelo said, come on in, when he was almost knocked out, because he was going to catch Bivol and get him in trouble. He believed in his power. But Bivol was like, no, I'm standing right here, and you come on out so you can try to get into my distance, and I can hit you with my jab. That's Bivol. Bivol going to keep you out with a jab, some kind of punch. Like, he knows his distance. So when I'm seeing this, after I seen that happen, I seen Canelo get pissed. Canelo was pissed off at that point, because he understood, I ain't got no other game plan. My game plan was to bait this guy into a trade. He didn't go for it. And now I actually have to be a boxer when I know I done got out. Like, it's a lot of things going through Canelo's head right then and there. And then when I knew Canelo was like, man, I might lose this fight, is when he picked dude up, dang near threw him down. I was like, oh man, Canelo. This is the breakdown moment. But I don't think Canelo is actually, like, hurt from this. I don't think he's, like some fighters like lose, and like Gamboa. Gamboa was great, fast, knocking people out, got knockout power. But after he took that loss, he hasn't been the same. And there's other fighters. There's a lot of fighters. It's like when they take that L, it's like everything to diminished. I met a boxer the other night, and just like I told, he said, man, I'm like 2, and, he about to go professional. He was like, man, I'm about 2-5. Like, I lost 2 fights, won 5 of them. I told him, I'm like, man, hey, check this out, man. That's Floyd Money Mayweather's that's him. That's his life. Like, all of y'all need to stop focusing on that and just continue to have good fights. That's what's saving boxing. Focusing on the O is killing boxing, because the good fights aren't happening because y'all scared to lose your O. When in the end, anybody knows that you get respect by being a real fighter. Whether you win, lose, or draw, niggas gonna respect you, because guess what? We know that nigga can go. Just like me. The only people you gonna see around me is niggas that's gonna go. It's niggas that's gonna go. I mean, unless it's some of my friends that you know from my childhood, and guess what? I'm gonna be ready to go for them. So we was always, it was always good. But, and normally a nigga that ain't ready to go is going when, a nigga that's ready to go got the upper hand. Now, if you start losing, nigga, I don't know. No, just but that's going to be the show for today, because, I had to get on here and break down that I actually called this fight. Proof, I got the proof, but it ain't that deep. But I did called it the wrong dang on way, though. Canelo got a hell of a chin. If I ain't learned anything from this fight, I learned that Canelo go back down, ain't nobody beating him. So that don't take nothing away from him. This man dared to be great, and he reached his limit. Now, I don't want to see him go out like no Deontay Wilder talking about he need a rematch, because in the rematch, like, you had this problem with Floyd Mayweather. How many years ago was that fight? And when I did watch Bivol, the reason I bet with Bivol is because I never seen him tired. And he was going 12 rounds, 10 rounds. Nigga was never tired. But then he was knocking people out. And then was light heavyweights. So just imagine the power that Canelo can take, and he's going back down where normally you're going to have somebody like a super kid like Gervonta Tank Davis that got power like that to even hurt Canelo. So, I don't know, Charlo, but I know you got power, and y'all boys some fighters, but man, that nigga got a chin on him, and he didn't go down yet. So that's going to be it.